Hey crew, welcome back to my channel. My name's Andrew O'Malley and I'm a Montreal-based instructional designer and e-learning developer. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Zone of Proximal Development, what it is and why it could be important to you, even if you're not a kid. So whether your focus is continued education or professional development, the Zone of Proximal Development is something that's still super relevant for you. Did you know that most people are unaware of what their Zone of Proximal Development is, the ZPD? Let's take a look at what it even is and how it's super relevant for adult learners as well as for kids. The Zone of Proximal Development is a concept originally created and popularized by Soviet psychologist Lev Vygotsky. Now, the ZPD itself is that zone of tasks a learner can do, but not on their own. It's something they can do assisted. So for example, way back when I was learning how to ride a bike with no training wheels, my grandfather helped me. So with a hand on my back, he was able to help give me a little bit extra balance and support, and I was able to successfully ride my bike. Now, as I got more comfortable and started to develop the balance and the skill itself, I received less and less of the support of balance, and eventually I was able to ride the bike on my own. Think of the ZPD as that sweet spot where learning really happens, where you're stretched and where that assistance really helps you figure out how to acquire the skill for yourself. One of the great things about working within this zone is that it stretches you and challenges you and makes you kind of excited to do something you haven't been able to do previously, but it's also allowing you the support so the task itself isn't so difficult that you get frustrated and end up quitting. The ZPD is also an important concept because it highlights the importance of things like mentorship and coaching and the whole social aspect of learning. And while the ZPD was originally focused on children, it's still incredibly relevant for adults as well. You know, as lifelong learners, we're continually learning new skills. Maybe you want to pick up a new language. By working within your ZPD, you're able to leverage mentorship, but also create progress faster and more effectively than you would if you were not stretching yourself. On top of that, unlike kids, adults bring a whole breadth of life experience as they learn new skills. In addition, adults are usually motivated by more tangible and practical real-world applications, which makes learning within the ZPD that more relevant and that more impactful to the education, assuming that the education itself is tailored to the needs of the learner. In all these cases, a key factor of optimizing the ZPD is using scaffolding effectively. So if we go back to the bike example, when I first started, I had a lot of physical support in maintaining my balance and being able to bike. As I got more experience, I received less and less physical support until I was riding the bike all on my own. And now, obviously, I can do it without any help at all, and I can even bike without any hands. So let's look at some examples on how the ZPD can be effectively applied to adult learning. Let's consider maybe there's a new technology being introduced in the workplace. In terms of ZPD, we can put users in an environment where they have a lot of structure, where concepts are broken down into small manageable chunks, and they work really closely with this instructor or a peer mentor or someone who helps get them the baseline skills. And as this employee becomes more and more familiar with the technology, the support gets removed gradually. And then eventually they're able to use the technology on their own, and they might even develop a level of mastery and higher proficiency in this new skill. This leaves them more proficient and ready for even more complex tasks. Or let's look at ZPD through the lens of mentorship. Maybe we have a colleague who was recently promoted to a management position, but they're struggling with leadership techniques like conflict management or motivation. By pairing them maybe with another manager or someone with more experience, then this provides the coaching and mentorship and guidance to help that new manager learn the skills of the trade and become more proficient as a manager themselves. And as they gain this proficiency, the support is gradually reduced until they become a strong manager on their own merit. The more experienced manager can provide their expertise and knowledge, maybe help co-lead some meetings or do role play scenarios to help the more inexperienced manager learn and grow and develop until the new manager is able and comfortable to handle these scenarios on their own. Or let's look at ZPD in context of a group training scenario or maybe a group project or initiative. Well, by having multiple people working together, you're expanding your zone of proximal development. You factor in the experiences of the more advanced people as well as experiences of the less advanced people. So this helps the more experienced people as they teach and mentor and really solidify their knowledge and experience, whereas the less experienced people are learning so much more by having others in their field impart their knowledge and help grow and shape them. So by having this group environment, you're really leveraging that social factor of learning and problem solving and helping more people grow at the same time. And as an outcome, the team as a whole could potentially solve problems that they wouldn't be able to solve individually. To wrap up, the zone of proximal development is super important not only for kids, but also for adults as well. It leverages things like mentoring, collaboration, and gradual improvements to allow the learner the best chances of success. So whether you're designing a new training program, mentoring a colleague, or learning a new skill yourself, the ZPD is something that you could leverage to maximize your learning and develop your skills. So that's all for today's video. If you found this useful, make sure to drop a like to help out our channel. And if you want more content on educational technology, make sure to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. We'll have more videos coming to you soon. Drop a comment with what you found helpful from this video and what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.